Hi, I'm Ginger Lapid Bogda, and I'm going to talk to you about some things about Enneagram Type 1s that are not so obvious. I am an Enneagram author. I train the trainer programs teaching professionals how to coach, train, and consult using the Enneagram. And my latest book, called The Art of Typing, gets into a precision way of helping you to understand your own type and to help type others better. So sometimes it's the non-obvious things about each type that can make the difference between people finding and not finding their own type accurately. So three things about ones. The first thing is they have a unique form of a self-critic. We all have a self-critic. It's part of being human. That part of messaging inside that may be in a voice or it may just be a sort of sensing, feeling, messaging that criticizes us. And some of us have self-critics that are on more frequently or much more active than others or at different times in our lives. But the Enneagram Type 1s have a unique kind of self-critic because this particular self-critic not only criticizes them if they make a mistake, which is what they're most avoiding ones, but it also sometimes tells them when they did a really good job. And other people of 8 other types, their self-critics don't say, good job, that was well done. But the Type 1's self-critic does actually do that same function as well as criticizing and helping them from making a mistake. The other thing about the 1's critic is that they often, although they're not usually aware of it, if I ask them, so where in your body or outside your body does that self-critic live? They can usually say, it might be on the shoulder, it might be in the stomach, it might be on the head, but they can usually say where. And then I ask them, well, what's the name of the critic and what's the gender and a lot of things. And so very few other people can actually do that with the kind of level of specificity that Type 1s can, although ones do need to be prompted with those questions in order to answer them. The second area is the gut versus the head issue. Now, most ones wouldn't really say, I'm a heart type and I lead and make decisions and I'm all about heart. But they are confused sometimes about, are they a gut type, although they're formed in the body center, or the head type? Because what happens is that there's kind of a relationship, maybe a collusion between the gut and the head of the one, which is the gut has an immediate reaction about what's the right thing to do, what's the best plan, how should they behave, but immediately goes right to the one's head and they come up with an idea about that they often will verbalize either externally or leave into themselves. So they may, and they do think a lot, but it really, the original source is in the body. And then the third area is the sort of delight of ones. Now, when ones can relax or they feel comfortable, or even when they just they can get very, very delightful and delighted by beautiful music, by wonderful art, or delighted with something they said or somebody else said. And the laughter is just really a sight or something to behold. It's quite lovely, and it's so pure because it's really coming from their deeper selves. So those are 3 things that I think are important to understand about ones, as well as the other things that go with Type 1. But anyway, and I hope this helps illuminate a little bit of this for those of you who are listening. So thank you so much.